Now I'm going to show you how to create a really skinny, narrow border around your framelit, because you know they're made to, if you use the next size up with your framelit, they're made to be like 1/4 of an inch bigger, and sometimes I feel like you need a more narrow border than that, and that's what I'm going to show you now. Going to use my multi-purpose platform on tab 2 with the cut up plate on the bottom, and then I'm going to cut my top layer. Let's just imagine this has a stamp on it, stamped image on it. Then you would take your frame and position it over it and cut it out with the top plastic layer on it. I'm going to cut that one out. And it pop out really nice and easy. And put this one aside. And then I'm going to cut my bottom layers from the exact same size. But you have to do this twice. So here's one. I'm going to try to rush this through. And here's one. Put this aside. And then I'm going to cut another one right away from, or with the exact same size of the shape. And there, so that's number 2. Put that aside. So now you can see we got 3 shapes. They're all the exact same size. So when I place them on top of one another, you do not see the one behind it. So the front one I'm going to set aside, and then you have to treat one of the shapes in portrait and the other one in landscape, basically. And I'm just going to do one at a time. I'm going to do the landscape one. I'm going to go in right above that bump. Let me zoom in so you can see it maybe a little bit better. So there, right above the bump, I'm going to cut in towards the center in a triangle shape, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing from the other side and cut a triangle out like that. Let me turn it up so we still know it's from the landscape. There, and now I'm going to do the same thing with the opposite side. Go in from the bump and from the other bump and cut across. So now when I place them apart, you see that I basically just cut the middle segment out, which that's the part that we're going to take away and throw out. We don't need that. Those two we put aside and keep for later. Now I'm going to focus on my portrait one, and I'm going the exact same thing. We're focusing on those bumps on the side. I'm going to come in a triangle cut and take that out, and the exact same thing on the opposite side. Take the triangle out, and let me show it again. So this is what it looks like when it's cut out, and the middle portion we're throwing away. So now it shows you that these 2 parts came from the same and these 2 parts from the same. And I placed them down so you can already envision what I'm going to do. Let me put them aside. And then I'm going to take my label that, you know, like I said, we have something stamped on there, and I put adhesive on the back. And now I'm just going to place this right on top, and I'm going to push it in really far. You see, you have a teeny tiny border. I have adhesive on the back here. Do the same with this piece. Teeny tiny border. And that's already pretty like that. But now I'm going to put adhesive on the sides. There. And take my other 2 little pieces and bring them in. And there, you got your perfect border. If somebody would really stare, you could see that there's like a little notch there, and see, it looks like this on the back. And there you have it. It's very easy. So you can make another extra step of layer in between your framelits. Give it a try. Have fun.